Okay, today I'm going to show you how to set up a database to keep records for your snakes, all for free. Won't cost you a dime. The database will consist of a form, a spreadsheet, and a QR code assigned to each one of your snakes. I'm going to show you how to assign each of your snakes a QR code that when scanned will take you to a fillable form for that particular snake. And once you fill out the form and hit submit, the information will be submitted in real time to a spreadsheet just like this one here that you see that's assigned to that snake. Now, in order to accomplish this, you will need three things. First, you're going to need a QR code reader for your phone or your tablet. Second, you're going to need a website that will generate a QR code. And last, you're going to need a Google Drive account. Now, for the code reader.
Now, to get your QR reader, you want to use your phone or your tablet and download from your app store a code reader. So when you go to the app store, you just want to go to search QR code reader, and it's going to bring up a bunch of ones. I use this particular one. The first one is QR code reader, and you just want to install it. Accept all the permissions. It's going to download. It's going to install. Takes it a couple seconds, and you're done.
Now, once you have your QR code reader downloaded to your phone or your tablet, you want to go in and open up your web browser. Once your web browser is open up, you want to type into the search box QR code generator. And once you hit search, it's going to bring up a bunch of different websites that will create QR codes for you. I've just basically used the first one, qrstuff.com. So you want to open that up. Now that you have that opened up, you want to open up another tab and then go to your Google Drive. Now in Google Drive is where you're going to create the forms and the spreadsheets for each one of your snakes. So to do that, you want to go over to create. Then you want to go down to form. When you click on form, it's going to bring up a page here. It's going to ask you if you want to put a theme behind your form with different pictures or whatever. I don't do that, so I just hit cancel. Now, this is where you just form that when you scan the QR code for that particular snake that's assigned to that snake, it's going to bring you to their form. And this is where you fill in all the information that you want to keep back of, keep records of for that particular snake. So in the top left hand corner where it says untitled form, you want to rename that. You want to name that to the snake that you want to keep the record on. Whether it be a snake name, a snake number, reference number, whatever it may be. For this example, I'm just going to put in snake 1. And I'm going to hit OK. So now this form is labeled snake 1 for that particular snake. And then you just go through and you fill out the form. What records do you want to keep up for your snake? So just as an example, I'm going to put feed date. Then I'm going to go down into question type and open it up, and then you can see you can have an answered form in text, a paragraph, select from a multiple choice, check a checkbox, choose from a list, scale, grid, or date, or time. And for this feed date, I'm going to put date, and then I'm going to click on done. Then I'm going to add item because I want to know what type of food I fed them. So I'm going to put food type. Then I'm going to go down to the question type, and I'm going to click on multiple choice. And then I'm going to put in my different choices. And what this is going to allow to do is when you get to that portion of the form, it's going to bring a drop box menu up, and you just select whichever food type that you fed them. So I'm going to put in ASF, frozen thaw, small rat, medium rat, and a large rat. Then I'm going to click done. And then for me, I want to know if they actually accepted it or not, so I'm going to add that question in there, accepted. Then I'm going to choose multiple choose from a list, and then I'm going to put yes or no, and then I'm going to hit done. And then the next thing I want to know is what date did I weigh them. So I'll put weigh date. Then I'm going to go to select the date. Then I'm going to click done. Then the next thing I want to know is how much did they actually weigh. So I'm going to put in weight. And then I'm going to leave it at text because I'm going to insert a number for that. And I'm going to click done. And then I want to know what date did they shed. So I'm going to put in shed date. And then I'm going to switch that over to date. And then you can continue on with how much ever information you want to know. Conserve time, I'm going to stop there. But once you have all the information that you want to know filled in for the form for Snake 1, you want to go down to send form. And what that's going to do is bring up a box like this right here, and it's going to have you a link to share. What you want to do is left click in that box and highlight that link, then right click, go to copy. Then you want to go over to your QR code generator website, and you want to paste that URL that you just copied into that box. Now you want to shorten the the URL website by clicking in that little box there. Now that's going to bring you up to your code here. Now what I do is I use my QR reader to double check to make sure that this code is linked to that form for the Snake 1. Okay, so once I've verified that the code actually works and goes to the Snake 1 form, I download it. And once it's downloaded, I go to show in folder, and there it is, it's highlighted. So I'm going to rename that to Snake 1, because when I scan that QR code, it's going to take me to the form for Snake 1. And that's pretty much it. That's how you create a form and link a QR code to that form. So when you scan that QR code, it's going to take you to the form that you created. Now once you enter information into the form and hit submit, it's going to upload that information in real time to the spreadsheet for that snake. Snake 1, this is Snake 1 spreadsheet. So whenever you enter information into the form, you'll scan the QR code, it's going to take you to the form, you're going to fill the form out, you're going to hit submit, and as soon as you hit submit, it's going to update into this spreadsheet in real time, just like that right there. Now creating forms for each of your snake and assigning them QR codes is really simple. Once you have the first one done, you just basically go to the Snake 1 form. When it comes up, you want to go over to File, click Make a Copy. It's going to have enter a new document name. So now I have another snake I want to keep records of, and I'm just going to put Snake 2, and I'm going to hit OK. Then it's going to bring me Snake 2 form. So I want to keep all the same records for Snake 2 that I kept for Snake 1. So all of that's going to stay the same. I'm just going to go down to Send Form and do the same thing that I did for Snake 1. Highlight the link to share, copy, go over to the QR code generator, paste that URL in there, make sure that the URL is shortened. It's going to have that code generated. I'm going to scan it, double check to make sure it takes me to the Snake 2 form. Once I've done that, I'm going to download it. Then I'm going to show in folder. It's going to open it up. It's going to be highlighted. I'm going to right click, go to rename, and I'm going to name it Snake 2 because this is the QR code that when scanned is going to take me to the form for Snake 2. And basically you just do the same thing over and over again for each one of your snakes using the form that you already filled. You go File, Make Copy, Rename. I'm going to put this one as Snake 3. Click OK. It's going to bring you back up, Snake 3 form. You go down to Send Form. It's going to open up, highlight the link to share, right click copy, go over to the code generator, click paste, make sure it's a URL is shortened, scan the barcode, make sure it goes to the form for Snake 3. Once you verified that, click download. Once it downloads, go over to show in folder. It's going to be highlighted. Right click, rename, Snake 3. And then you just continue on to do that over and over again for each one of your snakes. And then that's how you create the database. And once the database is created and all of your snakes have a QR code assigned to them, like I said, you'll scan that QR code. It's going to take you to the form for that particular snake. You're going to fill in the information. When you hit submit, it's going to go real time into a spreadsheet that's assigned to that particular snake. And I'll show you how all that works.
So now that you have all your database done and your QR code set up for each one of your snakes, the QR code is assigned to each one of your snakes, and that QR code when scanned is going to take you to the form for that particular snake that you'll fill out. And once you hit submit, it's going to update that information into a spreadsheet real time. And I'm going to show you how that works. I'm going to take my phone and I'm going to do this from the internet or from my computer that I have. I have my QR code here. The little box is going to go. We're going to scan it. It says open URL. You're going to click OK. And then it's going to take you to the form for that particular snake. Snake 1's form is right there. Now, then you just fill in the information. Let me see if I can do this so y'all can see it. So basically after that, you just fill in the information. I've got it set up to where it does all drop down boxes. So I'm going to hit January. I'm going to go to the day. I'm just going to put in some information here. 2014. Food type, I have it set up. I thought I had it on a drop down menu, but it's actually a thing. So I'm going to just click on frozen or small rat. That's going to highlight. And then I'm going to go accepted. And it's going to bring up the box and say yes. And then weigh date. And say March 4th, 5th, whatever. And then the weight, it's going to bring that up. And you just type in the weight, say 45, 32, 42. And then shed date, same things, and it'll bring up, that one's for the day, I mishit it, month, May 2014, and then you hit submit. Once you hit submit, it says your response has been recorded.
Now once you scan your QR code and you enter all the information into the form and hit submit, I scanned the one for Snake 1. You go to Snake 1 responses. This is the spreadsheet that is linked to the Snake 1 form, which is linked to the QR code. So when you scan the QR code, it's going to take you to the form for Snake 1. You fill it out, you hit submit, and then all that information is going to be entered into the spreadsheet for Snake 1. And it's all in real time. So here you can see the information that I just put in. It all goes into the spreadsheet. Feed date, food type, accepted, weight, date, weight, and shed. And that's basic database for your snakes. Now you can stop here once you've created all the forms, link the QR code to the form, and the QR code's linked to the snake's particular form and spreadsheet. You can stop there if that's all you wanted to do was keep tracks. For us, we go a little bit further And these are our snake records here. The ones, each one of them was, like I said, each one of them has a QR code assigned to each of our snakes, that when we scan it, it takes us over to their form. We fill out the form, and once we hit submit, it goes into their spreadsheet. Now let me open up Buddy's spreadsheet here and show you what we've got going on. So this is all the information that we have for Buddy so far. We scan this QR code, it goes to the form, we fill out the form, hit submit, and all the information gets entered in here. And we go a little step further because we want all of our information condensed down into the latest information. So I have another sheet inside of their spreadsheet or workbook that does a bunch of calculations. As you can see, I have a whole bunch of calculations that's going on in here. And what happens is all of these calculations get done inside of Buddy's spreadsheet, and once it's condensed down, it gets transferred over to our inventory stat sheet. And our inventory stat sheet basically lists all of our snakes and the latest information that we want to know. How much they weighed, this is their most recent weight, if they gained or lost anything, the most recent feed, the last bred, and the last shed. So we actually use formulas to calculate all of that, and you can go into greater detail and do the same thing if you want, but if you just want a basic record keeping database, that's how you do it.